Hosanna, Hosanna, Hosanna in the highest. Hosanna, Hosanna, Hosanna in the highest. Lord, we lift up your name with hearts full of praise. So be exalted, O Lord my God. Hosanna in the highest. Worthy, worthy, worthy is the King of Kings. Worthy you are.
Hi. You look at the camera.
Hi.
Say, welcome to Verse of the Day. Can you say that? I did. All right. My name is Brandon Hathaway, and this is
Lyndon John Hathaway.
and we thank you for joining us for Verse of the Day. Today we are in Nehemiah chapter 9. Can you say Nehemiah?
Nehemiah.
Good job. Nehemiah chapter 9. We're going to look at verses 28 through 31. 28 through 31. It reads here, it says, Now the rest of the people, the priests, the Levites, the gatekeepers, the singers. We'll make sure. All right. Yeah. I'm going to start over there. It says, Now the rest of the people, the priests, the Levites, the gatekeepers, the singers, the Nethinim, and all those who separated themselves from the people of the land of the law of God, their wives, their sons, their daughters, everyone who had knowledge and understanding. These joined with their brethren, their nobles, entered into a curse and an oath to walk in God's law, which was given by Moses, the servant of God, and to observe and do all the commandment of the Lord, and his obedience and his statutes. We would not give our daughters as wives to the people of the land, nor take their daughters for our sons. If the people of the land brought wares or any grain to sell on the Sabbath day, we would not buy it from them on the Sabbath or on a holy day, and we would forego the seventh year produce and exacting of every debt. And so, as we read through here again, and if you read through the beginning of it, as I hope you did or will, and you read verses 1 through up to where we're at, it was the signing of the documents. They were signing things, they were going forth, and it lists a bunch of names there, and they were starting anew, as we've been talking about. They built the wall, they're building up the city, and so in doing so, it brings out everybody else, and they make a covenant here. Basically, they're making an oath, right? And it says enter into a curse, but it's not that they're choosing to be cursed, but it's there's the blessing and curse with everything that we do. A blessing and a curse, everything that's related to God, is that if we do well, then we will be blessed and we will be rewarded. And if we fall short, if we do wrong, if we continue in the ways of the world, then there is a curse. It's always been, it's always will be, is the way it works. There's good and bad. And so all who had understanding, as it brings out, agrees to this and obeys it. And so it's kind of a continuation as you read through the rest of the chapter, that they'll bring their offerings and make sure that the house of God is not forsaken. And so they choose to enter into this. And plus part of that, as it's bringing out here in verse 30, that they're not going to marry people of the land, right? And they're not going to give their daughters over to them. They're not going to take the people of the land and their daughters to let their sons marry. They're not going to do that, because in doing that, they set up the opportunity for the temptation to serve idols, to do things the way the others were worshiping, and they to basically get back into sin like they were beforehand. And so they were choosing to put God first and follow the law as God had given it to them. So sometimes we need a refresher ourselves. We need a, you know, I don't know that I've heard many in the church call gospel meetings a revival. That seems to be other religions' title of what they call them, but that's, we can consider it like that though. When we have gospel meetings coming up, let it be a revival, let it be a refresher course, let it be something that re-energizes, relights the light, gets you back on course, and continue to fight that good fight. And so here they had to get back on the right course and continue in the ways of God. So anyways, I want to thank you for joining me today. I hope that everybody has a blessed and wonderful day today. And Lennon is just waving away. You got something you want to say, Lennon?
Sing a song.
Sing a song. What are you going to sing?
The apostles.
The apostles? All right. You ready? Jesus called them one by one, Peter, Andrew, James, and John. Next came Philip, Thomas too, Matthew and Bartholomew. Yes, Jesus called them. Yes, Jesus called them. Yes, Jesus called them. And they all followed him. Who comes next? You just call them one. Who's after the second? Well, I messed up there. What's the next part, Lyndon? Oh, well. Anyways, thanks for joining us. We'll talk.